El clásico cuento de hadas Hansel y Gretel llega a las pantallas en una versión plagada de acción, aventuras y sangre en Hansel y Gretel, Cazadores de Brujas. Sus protagonistas, Jeremy Renner y Gemma Arterton, nos recibieron a solas para hablar del film.
Jeremy, Gemma, thanks for your time. Congratulations for the movie. It's amazing. It's very funny.
Thank you.
My first question is about your childhood. Do you remember when?
Steve.
Yeah.
Already they got in there and like.
No, don't worry. Do you remember the first time that you read or see something about the classic tale of Hansel and Gretel?
I think it's always been like, I can't remember the specific time, but it's.
Did your parents read it to you?
I don't think they read it to me.
I don't think they read it to me either. If they did, I'd be very angry. As if they read this to me as a child, trying to go to sleep.
It's not the most soothing bedtime story. It's pretty. No, I
might have been one of those picture books or something.
Yeah,
right?
that's how I feel. I feel like I had like a big fairy tale book, and it was one of those in there. But it's always I mean, it's so famous, isn't it? It's the candy house, and those are the things that you remember.
Yeah.
And what did you think when Paramount Pictures called you for a live-action movie of Hansel and Gretel?
Oh, I was pretty excited about it. Yeah.
What do you like about the story?
Well, it's. I mean, the fairy tale is pretty open-ended. It doesn't really end happily like the rest of them. So it sort of was a natural question to ask. You know, what happened to them, and the fact that they turn into these bloodthirsty witch killers is funny. You know, and so I was very intrigued. And also, just, you know, it being a fantasy story, it meant that we could really go and experiment and have fun and you know, do whatever we wanted. So there was a lot of flexibility. But there's all these different versions as well. Like, I guess with the old fairy tales, they get told in many different ways. So, so you know, there's no definitive version of Hansel and Gretel.
Estas versiones adultas de Hansel y Gretel son de armas llevar. Las brujas deberán temer a una serie de trucos y dispositivos mecánicos destinados a combatirlas. Y es que a los hermanos la acción y la adrenalina les encanta.
Did you enjoy shooting the action scenes and working with guns, gadgets?
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, with a movie like this, it is, there's a lot of action and there's a lot of fun to be had with that, so.
La estética medieval del film contrasta con los trajes del dúo protagónico, sendos uniformes de cuero preparados para el combate cuerpo a cuerpo.
And did you get a say in the look of your characters?
Yeah, they were really collaborative actually. I mean, they had the idea of what they wanted, but we had to feel comfortable, and we wanted them to feel contemporary yet, you know, right for the look of the film, and had to be able to move in our costumes,
right.
obviously.
The practicality of those costumes was really important to us as well.
El director, Tommy Wirkola, debuta en el cine de gran presupuesto con esta película, y los actores parecen haber disfrutado trabajar con el realizador noruego.
And he was working with Tommy.
That's great. Clever as you can get.
Yeah, really.
Very fluid.
Yeah, and really like always inventive, and I mean he obviously came up with the concept, so you know he has so many ideas all the time, and but yeah, as John said, very collaborative, you know. Really interested in.
Uno de los personajes más atractivos del film es Edward, un troll ayudante de las brujas que entabla una extraña relación con Gretel.
Tell us about the scene with Edward, the troll.
Yeah.
There was difficult shooting?
Yeah, it was, because it's complicated. I mean, he was an animatronic monster.
Yeah.
There's 5 people operating his face, you know, behind him, and then, you know, there's things that go wrong, and then there's the actor inside who's dying of, like, is so hot in there and very, very physically demanding. But
yeah, they always had to like relax the troll's mouth and shoot in a hair dryer.
Yeah.
In the troll's mouth so the guy inside could cool down.
Didn't get any air. But I mean, it was tricky, but it was so worth it, because nowadays it's, you know, they're just CGI. It's very easy to just do that, but I think you really can tell. I mean, I get to touch his face, and really that performance is what I saw on the day and what we saw. So it was a corner worth fighting, and also getting to showcase the talents of these animatronic designers and puppeteers and stuff.
Hansel y Gretel es la última de una serie de cintas que han trasladado los clásicos cuentos infantiles a la pantalla grande.
What do you think about this trend of classic tales? You know, series like Grimm, Once Upon a Time, movies like Hansel and Gretel, Snow White. What do you think about this trend, this boom?
I think it's because they're the stories that we have all been told all our lives. So they play, they're in our sort of psyche, I guess, and we all have sort of our own personal affinities with them and relationships with them.
So they're cinematic too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for your time. Congratulations, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
You gotta be kidding.